What if Naruto was like Broly Part 13? After just 1 year of harsh training with Sasuke and Jiraiya, Naruto was able to fight both of them to a standstill, and even able to slightly overpower both of them at the same time, without using his Akari form. Well, while using his Akari form. Eventually, it turned into Sasuke and Jiraiya using Naruto to further their own training, and making some very good progress, putting both of them higher in power to their canon counterparts. Sasuke is able to use all of the moves he has in canon, as well as being able to siphon a bit of the ki that is contained in the curse mark to boost his power, well, the power of his jutsu. But he can't do this all the time, as it is taxing on his body, and it does slightly weaken the barrier. Jiraiya, on the other hand, took a page out of Naruto's book and meditated quite a bit, finally becoming a perfect sage, and even creating his own powerful custom technique, which I will reveal in a later part down the line. Naruto has gotten so proficient with his ki that he can use his Akari form like his base form, and has even created some new devastating techniques himself. And I guess you can probably tell that they will be heavily DBZ influenced, because, you know, brawler. After 2.5 years of training, the three of them have become so strong that Sasuke and Jiraiya were, I'd say, on par with Kage level, while Naruto was something that was hard to comprehend. It would be easier for them to call him a true god of Shinobi, but even that was a low ball for the intense power that he has. The final test that Jiraiya had made for them is Naruto had to stay in his base form, couldn't fly, wasn't allowed to use his ki blasts, and could only use about 5% of his strength. This wasn't a test for Naruto, it was a test for Sasuke, to see if he was truly ready to face Itachi and find out the truth about his clan. Jiraiya tells them both to begin, and immediately Sasuke activates his Sharingan and starts unloading a barrage of attacks on Naruto, who dodges and blocks every single one without much effort. Naruto starts throwing punches himself, but has to hold back a lot to stay within the parameters of the test, which does bug him a bit, but he understands that the test is for Sasuke. As the fight continues, it's clear to Jiraiya that Sasuke would lose straight away against Naruto if he used even more power, but he's happy to see that Sasuke seems to be adapting fairly quickly, and does actually manage to get a punch on Naruto's face. It doesn't do much, but it was a connection. Sasuke starts fighting faster and faster, even pulling out his sword and trying to slice at Naruto. Naruto looks towards Jiraiya, who nods his head, which is a kind of signal that Naruto is allowed to use his ki to form a blade to defend against Sasuke's Kusanagi. The two of them go back and forth for what seems like hours, but Sasuke eventually uses the Shadow Clone Jutsu, making 2 clones, and one of his clones runs into the forest. The two Sasukes fight Naruto and keep him away from the third, who shoots a dragon fire jutsu into the atmosphere, forming clouds which start a storm. Naruto knows what Sasuke is planning, but with the limitations placed on him, he can't use his own abilities to stop him. So instead, he dashes at Sasuke, but the other clone gets in the way, attacking Naruto. Naruto eventually takes out the clone, but it's too late to stop Sasuke, who had already brought his hand down, launching the lightning dragon down towards Naruto. With not much choice, as he couldn't really dodge it, not at the moment anyway, Naruto made a strong ki barrier and negates the attack completely. When he drops the barrier, Jiraiya stands up and says that Sasuke won the fight. If Naruto wasn't who he was, Sasuke would have killed his opponent, Also, Naruto did use a key ability without Jiraiya's express permission. Sasuke laughs at the disgruntled look on Naruto's face, and Naruto does start smiling himself, as he knows that Jiraiya is completely right. Jiraiya tells him they still have time to go over the basics before going home. So the last half year was spent working on their fundamentals, like taijutsu, and trying to expand their respective energy pools. For Jiraiya and Sasuke to be chakra and Naruto ki. After the training is over, Jiraiya and Sasuke put their hand on Naruto's shoulder, and Naruto finds Tsunade's chakra signature, and is very happy to see that Sakura is also with her. They teleport to the Hokage's office, which surprised Shizune, but not Sakura or Tsunade, as they were both aware that today was the day the three of them were coming back. Naruto looked at Sakura with a big smile on his face, and Sakura blushed slightly, seeing Naruto after all this time. Tsunade asks how the training went, and Jiraiya tells her that it went better than any of them could have hoped. He dares to even say that Sasuke may be one of the strongest Uchiha to ever exist. And Naruto is just insanely broken, as it is. I should also mention that Naruto is pretty much the same size as a fridge, just like Broly is. Tsunade congratulates them both, and tells them that they will be back on missions together whenever they're ready. But before they could say anything to this, Shikamaru busts through the door, telling them that the Kazekage has been kidnapped. Tsunade tells Team 7 that, unfortunately, it seems like your first mission is happening right now, and gives them all the info on the Sand Village, including that Gaara is now the Kazekage. Naruto gets visibly angry by this, and tells Tsunade that they'll be back as soon as they can, and they'll make sure that Gaara's safe. He grabs Sasuke and Sakura and tries to find Gaara's chakra, but it's gone. He can't track him. So instead he looks for either Kankuro or Tamara, and the first one he sees is Kankuro, who was on the outskirts of the hidden sand, and he could sense an ominous chakra with him, fighting him. They teleport to Kankuro, and knowing that time is of the essence, Naruto immediately takes out Sasura with a ki blast, which means that they won't get the information of Orochimaru off Sasura. And then he asks Kankuro what happened. He explains everything, and they head to the Hokage mansion, where Baki tells them the direction they took Gaara, and Team 7 set off straight away in that direction to go and track down Gaara. But yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear like rain and that in the background. In England, or specifically Manchester, it's just constantly raining now because of all the sunshine that we had, which I never liked anyway, so I don't really care. But anyway, let me know how you feel about this part, and if you're happy that this series is back. Subscribe and share if you want, and I'll see you later. Bye.